try to stay positive. We fell behind on the rent and we were evicted. But when we became homeless, it was my husband and I, 5 kids, 1, 5, 7, 9, 14, and then we have the dog. So we lived in our minivan for close 7 or 8 days. No matter how tired I was, I could not sleep because it wasn't safe. It was dangerous. I think the hardest thing was the baby, trying to keep her calm. The other kids were okay, but I hope that one day they forget it. But at the time, they thought it was a little vacation. They didn't understand. Thank God they didn't understand. And they still don't really understand. They still think it's a vacation. Trying to stay clean was a struggle. From being in the vehicle for even a week, when I walk into a gas station or a restaurant or a store to take the kids, we're disheveled. We catch people's attention. During that time, that emergency shelter services paid for 1 week in the hotel, we were still considered homeless, and we were told that if we were to find housing during that week, that we would get help with rent and security and with housing. That didn't happen. They weren't able to find anything for us. We weren't able to find anything on our own, and we've been in the hotel ever since. But it's hard. There's no privacy. There's just not any space. Now it hurts us too because everywhere we apply, we're being told no, we're being turned away because of our credit. The shelters just don't have any space, and we have yet to find a shelter that has room for our family. There's no family shelter availability. There's shelters for women with children, and then there's shelters for men, but that divides our family. I think the problem with housing is, people realize that we are homeless. We have to put the hotel for our current address, and it makes me feel helpless and hopeless all over again every time I have to go into the hotel and tell them I don't have enough to pay and think that we may be back in a vehicle again. The first week that we were in the hotel that was paid for by emergency shelter services, we were still considered homeless, so that gave us a lot more help. But now, even that we're in the hotel, it's just, we live there. The other thing that has kept us from housing is needing birth certificates for all the kids, which we lost in our eviction. We've lost our spot on waiting lists for housing because I didn't have birth certificates. Like, the agencies need it right now in order to process your housing with HUD. So that's been a huge barrier for us, is just needing the birth certificates. I don't have them, and I haven't had the funds to get them. And I haven't yet found anybody that can help us get them. I try so hard to keep just some sort of routine, which is almost impossible, and just try to keep positive. And every time I have the chance, we spend our whole day just playing at the park or whatever I need to do to just bring normal back into their lives until we have routine and structure like we should again. We've already hit rock bottom. We've been as low as we can be, and really all we can do is build at this point. And I am working a lot, and as soon as we land a house, apartment, whatever it is, that my husband can start working, we can do childcare, the kids will be in school, and then everything will turn around and get put back together. It's just this struggle of getting to that point.